here today with first-year head coach at Shawnee State, Michael Hunter. Mike, guys just had a tremendous week last week. You know, you come from 16 down to beat Georgetown, and then IU South Bend, you're down 5 with less than 30 seconds to go, and get 2 late three-pointers from Milligan Ramirez and Trey Beard to pull that one out as well. Just great grit from your guys, and showed a lot of heart again. Back-to-back games against 2 great national tournament opponents that can make deep runs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I honestly didn't. I don't recall. I didn't know we were down 5. I was just trying to coach through it, so I knew we were down 5. I just didn't know it was that limited amount of time. Like my wife told me it was like 27 seconds or something. Like, I don't know how we won that game. So it's a testament to the guys. Never give up attitude. We've got some veteran pieces that have been through some tough battles. So it's good that we were able to come out on top, but we can't keep putting ourselves in those situations. So we've been trying to, coach and gear ourselves towards getting a better start and not just having a lull when we come out playing well and then going behind and then being cardiac bears and coming back and having to get a close win.
Those starts are definitely going to be important, maintaining that level of play, because first game up in the show, which is coming up Friday, you've got Milligan, and as you mentioned prior with me, Milligan's very balanced, has great capable scorers all across his roster, kind of like South Bend and Georgetown did, and they're shooting about 48% from the field as a team, so definitely a team that's very efficient.
Yeah, we haven't been able to take any nights off yet, so this is going to be another one of a really good team who we are going to have to really put our minds to it defensively to keep them from scoring that high of percentage. When you shoot that high percentage of the team through 4 or 5 games, it shows that you can really do it. So it's not a fluke. They got a bunch of different guys that can score. They're playing a different style this year than they normally have. We've got one of our assistants was in the AAC formerly and is very familiar with Milligan. So we're leaning on him to kind of give us a good scout and us a bit of lock in on them defensively.
And Milligan has also been battle tested like you guys. Their losses were by 2 to Pikeville, by 5 to St. Andrews, North Carolina, and then they played Middle Tennessee State and were respectable, and I think ended up losing by about 25 or so, but played very well against a good D1 team that's made multiple national tournament appearances within the last decade. So definitely a team that's like you guys been battle tested.
Yeah, none of those games were just knockoffs that they lost to by accident. It was all tough games against tough competition. St. Andrews is a very hard place to go in there and get a win. We obviously know the pedigree that Pikeville brings, having been in the conference with them and being a local rival. So I mean, they're a good team through and through. So we'll have to be prepared for them mentally and physically.
You mentioned your Brent, who's at point, like you mentioned in the AAC with Milligan. Talk about what Chandler and Brent Gaither, what Chandler Flatino and Brent bring to the table as assistants for you. I know they're both guys very detail-oriented and good guys to have around.
Yeah, I think I'm blessed to knock it out of the park with those 2 guys. I've known Chandler for a long time. Recruited him out of high school, he turned me down. Recruited him to come here out of JUCO, turned me down. And then I asked him if he wanted to coach college, and he finally said yes. So it's taken the third time to turn with Chandler. He kind of knows what I'm looking for as far as players, and he played at a place that I coached, and one of my good friends was his coach prior. So we have a lot of familiarity on different levels, me and Chandler. He's been with me in the past. So Brent was more of a reputation spoke for itself, and I had some college coaching buddies that had interviewed him, and they went a different direction, but they told me like, hey, this guy's a great guy you should look at. So interviewed him, and I mean, it's been nothing but good things. Like I appreciate both those guys and the effort they put in. Like there's never a time where there's something they can't do. They're going to find a way to get it done, however it may be. So I don't have to worry too much with them, and especially they're both big development guys. We got guys still getting workouts right now throughout the day, so it's good to have them around all day. Not have to be like part-time guys, and they're working another job and then coming in here and having to work too. So it's good that they can dedicate all their energy to the guys we have now. It's helping them build really good relationships with those guys, from being in the trenches and working them out day in and day out. So.
And that development shows you your depth. It seems like it's grown game by game. Again, you're playing 10 or 11 guys, and you're not really losing much from whatever rotations that you've put in there. I think that's a testament to what all three of you brought.
Yeah, and we like to play a fast pace, and it hasn't really got to where I want it to be yet. But those guys are getting some good minutes in crunch time and in tough games. So when we are able to roll our full arsenal out and play at the speed we want to, and press how we want to, those guys will be ready with the depth.
I'm going to touch on in that big matchup there with Florida Memorial. You've got to obviously focus on Milligan first.
Yeah.
But you and Coach Thomas, both City League guys, both did a great job building things here. Coach Yarborough also on Coach Thomas's staff did the same when he was here. I know that's a matchup that it's kind of bittersweet because both of you guys have worked so hard to build a great culture here, and Coach Thomas there now. Obviously, like you guys, his team's going to compete too, and they're 6-0 off to a great start.
Yeah, I mean, it's human to look at that. Try not to look at that game, but everybody around here is like asking me about Flomo, and I was like, we got a game on Friday. Like that's my response to everybody. So just trying to keep myself and the kids focused on Milligan. We can't look past Milligan. It's going to be a good opportunity once we go against Coach Delano. But I'm focused on Milligan right now and getting a win there, and then going 1-0, and then having the opportunity to go 2-0. That's the biggest thing for us. So.
As far as just the overall production, I mean, I love the way guys are taking on different roles. I mean, Keith is the guy that has the high numbers as far as scoring and rebounding, but guys have just seemed like taking on different roles and done it quickly. You mentioned not having the scrimmage and then having to go into Simmons, play them without a scrimmage game. You come in and you really grew up really fast over the last week and a half, and I know there's things to work on, but at the same time, got to be pleased, not satisfied, but pleased where your guys are growing at.
Yeah, because, with our schedule, we could have went easily 0-4 with the top 25 talent we were playing, and then we got to roll in here and play 2 more tough teams, and we come back for our conference game, and we come back for Point Park. It could have been, it could have gotten ugly, but the guys really dug in. And that's a testament to our players and their buy-in, and my staff kind of rallying the troops and not letting them go that direction and feel sorry for themselves because we lost our first couple and really gave one away, in my opinion. And then against Bethel, we just didn't shoot well from the free throw line against a really good team, and it cost us the game, honestly. And those guys are strong-minded. And we just needed to gel together a little bit. I think we're starting to head that direction, so it should be good moving down the line.